Hi, and welcome back. Just a little bit of information regarding the Jehovah's Witnesses. So, uh, there have been some recent legal twists for the Jehovah's Witnesses in regards to Norway. The Borgarting, I think that's how you pronounce it, Borgarting Court of Appeal just overturned a previous ruling, which might have an impact on a potential Supreme Court appeal. So here's the scoop. Jehovah's Witnesses have been dealing with some hurdles around their registration as a religious group and the financial support they get from the state. Back in 2022, the Norwegian authorities decided to revoke Jehovah's Witnesses official registration due to their shunning practices, which they argue, violate the right to leave a religious group freely. And apparently, it's a lot of money, so they're fighting back. Back in March 2024, the Oslo District Court backed the government's move to revoke their registration, saying they weren't meeting the state's requirements for member freedom. And this led to them losing some long-standing subsidies. But then, in March 14th, 2025, this Borgarting Court of Appeal came through with a unanimous decision, declaring that the revocation invalid, and even awarded them some compensation for legal costs. Imagine that, huh? So they pointed out that the organization's practices didn't actually violate any rights, contrary to what the state claimed. So while this is definitely a win for the Jehovah's Witnesses, the state still has the option to appeal to the Supreme Court, which could, shake things up again regarding their legal standing and funding. The whole situation is still evolving, and some potential Supreme Court appeal could really influence religious freedom and state support for religious groups in Norway. So, the government's case hinges on three main arguments. The number one, of course, is the shunning. The pressures of being shunned, having been disfellowshipped, and not being allowed to associate with family and loved ones. Also, the right to join voluntarily. This is a law that safeguards children. They contend that minors who are baptized into the faith, so you see them all the time, 7, 8, 9, 10-year-olds getting baptized. They have no idea what they're doing. It's all the pressure from the congregation or from the parents. So they don't understand that the lifelong consequences of that decision, which can result in, as we all know, serious psychological issues when they attempt to leave later on. So, if you're interested, mark your calendars for Thursday, February 5th, Friday, the 6th, and then on Monday, the 9th, this year, 2026, because the Norway Supreme Court is gearing up to make a monumental decision that could redefine religious freedom and accountability. And this case dives deep into the struggle between the right to practice your religion and the rights of individuals, particularly young people, to forge their own path without facing severe social repercussions. And so the governing body of Jehovah's Witnesses, headquartered out in Warwick, New York, is labeling this as a religious persecution, and fully aware that the outcome could set a significant precedent across Europe. Just think, if Norway bans them or strips them, this is something that might start a domino effect and affect other European countries. So it's looking like it could happen. So we'll just have to wait and see. Now, the Supreme Court hearings will be streaming this case live. So giving everyone a front row seat to the proceedings. So if the ruling goes against the Jehovah's Witnesses, it could lead to a significant financial repercussions for them. and might strip them of their ability to perform marriages, fundamentally altering their status as a recognized religious group. And that Ramapo place might have to be put on hold because they won't have enough money to finish it off. So, even more critically, a ruling against them could set, as I said, a precedent for similar cases in other nations. So, disrupting the balance between religious freedom and individual rights. So, the Supreme Court's decision is poised to have a monumental impact, potentially reshaping the entire conversation around religious freedom and accountability on a global scale. And the world is, they're certainly watching this as this, pivotal moment unfolds. So, in the description below, I have 2 links to past news regarding the decision that Norway had. The first one is deregistration attempt of Jehovah's Witnesses in Norway declared invalid by the Court of Appeals. And then the latest one, which was the state wins over Jehovah's Witnesses complaint. So be sure to look those up. They're very short articles. And until next time, take care and God bless.